So Jerry Cadret versus Hermes Gasparini was initially supposed to happen at East versus West 7, and that match got postponed because of the injury that Hermes had during the match with Levan Saginashvili. It was not a serious injury but a slight tweak in his shoulder, so Hermes was not feeling confident enough to go into a match where he is for sure going to need his shoulder to win. He will need his shoulder to press Jerry Cadret to the pad. So that's why he asked Engin to postpone the match. Engin agreed and Jerry also agreed. Now the match is supposed to happen at East versus West 8 in July 2023, 22nd of July. His match is cancelled. No, his match is not cancelled. So the match is supposed to happen at East versus West 8, not 7. All right. And the good Kurdecha will also be joining today. It will not be live. I will ask Alex only one question live about this super match. The thumbnail cracked me up. So yeah, the thumbnail, the reason for that is because we saw Levan using oxygen in the previous match against Hermes Gasparini. And in this match, in the Jerry versus Hermes match, Jerry has already bought like canned oxygen bottles and he's already training with oxygens. And he was also saying like, why not? And he is feeling great. He said that, man, these oxygen bottles make you feel great. It definitely helps. So Jerry is already training with those oxygen bottles. So it's exactly the same bottle that I have displayed on the screen. Jerry has that exact same bottle. So that was the kind of a funny joke. And somebody was like, you are too disrespectful to the arm wrestlers. I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, okay, go then. How is it being disrespectful? Levan used oxygen and Jerry is already using oxygen in the preparation of his match. So like, what was disrespectful here? That would be a good question. Like, can you really use oxygen bottles during the match? Like Ongarbai was using that spray, freezing spray, I think, on his arm. That is okay, I guess, because ice is also okay. But oxygen bottles, if it is allowed, if the arm wrestling promoters, like if I personally was the arm wrestler, I would for sure go in with the oxygen bottle. Why wouldn't I do that? Because clearly there is no rule that says that you cannot use that. Hey, the stream with Tom, Paul, and guys, would it be more of a podcast or debate of sorts? I would guess debate. I would guess it would be a debate. Avatar bro, how do you know about that? Did Paul announce something? Like, we did a private chat today, but I don't think he has announced anything. So coming back to the Jerry versus Adnan Ravashde is here. Welcome, brother. Now is a good time to insert ad. No, now is not the good time. Anton, the thumbnail cracked me up. Yeah, all good. Arm wrestling for nobody. Greetings from Russia. I saw a community post. Okay, all right. A community post. Great. I think you can use whatever you want as long as it's dependent on clearly defined duration of the time, like 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. So you're talking about the gap between the rounds, not the time for the allowance of usage of oxygen. I guess so. So, yeah, Alex Kurdecha will be joining soon, guys. So let's get back to the Jerry versus Hermes match. First, let me create a poll. That's the main question, because if I asked this question before the Levan match, maybe the poll could have been close. But since Hermes performed well against Levan, I don't think it is going to be close in the polls. And you expect to see some oxygen. Last night when Hermes was live and Jerry was also live with Engin, I commented like, how many bottles of oxygen Jerry has already stacked? And Paul Italia replied that we are not sure if they will allow us to take oxygen on a flight. Not sure. So they're hoping for it if they can find some oxygen bottles in Istanbul. Pradeep Bhaiya, what are your thoughts on Alexei Vovoda? No, bro. This stream is unfortunately for now not about Alexei Vovoda. He's looking jacked. I can tell you, I saw some of the recent photos. He's looking jacked. Probably bigger than what he was against Tim Bresnan in his comeback match. So Jerry versus 72% vote for Ermes. So few months ago, Jerry declared an offer for only for North Americans. It was not for everyone. Double or nothing. And that was a good time. That is when, like, right before the Gennady Quickmania match, that's when we saw the peak Jerry. I think it is a fair assumption to say that peak Jerry is right before facing Gennady Quickmania. After that match, he said that he never lifted any weights, which is a big part of his training. He never was able to lift any weights for the preparation of Georgi Swetkov super match because of his shoulder injury, and he still beat him. That was a really difficult match. Like, he was arm wrestling, literally arm wrestling like this, and still Georgi Swetkov cannot finish him. Maybe that was because of the pec tear. I think it was a partial tear, but his chest was completely black the next day. Kurdecha coming. Yeah, Kurdecha will be coming, but he'll be only live for like 5 minutes or maximum 10 minutes in this live. I'll ask him only one question about this super match, and then we'll end the live stream, and then I'll record the interview with him, and then we will post it as soon as possible. What do you think? Should I post it without editing or after editing? I'll ask Kurdecha about his match with Jerry as well in this stream. In the recorded video, I'll ask him about the Hermes match and lots of questions. So double or nothing, and surprisingly nobody, because I have seen one thing, people need to get trained. Like when Devon offers Michael a match, Michael doesn't accept. When Jerry offers everyone a match, nobody accepts. Like Dave Chaffey, he just shows up anywhere. Like, why didn't Dave accept the challenge for the double or nothing match against Hermes, against Jerry Cadret? That was interesting. So Jerry has a point. He said that when he wasn't the champion, East versus West champion, and he was in peak form, nobody accepted that challenge for whatever reason, because other arm wrestlers may have some other obligations. And when he won the championship, so he was kind of famous, he was the big guy, like the top dog, and he got injured. He wasn't in his peak shape. Now, according to him, everyone is challenging him. So arm Rinder, after editing, initially I was thinking, so if many people say without editing, I'd say I enjoy the live shows. I'll see, because I was thinking about uploading some clips with editing and full interview without editing. It won't be a long interview, maybe 45 minutes. All right. Hey, my friend, invite me to your country. I will train with you and all the guys there and get you ready for your super match. I think Jerry style will make him my favorite. Okay, Jerry style against Hermes, good. Let's see. Keep up the good work. Terence Opperman. I did a live with Terence Opperman few days ago. So guys, please, number one South African arm wrestler, please check out that live stream if you haven't already. That was amazing. Without editing. Okay, got it. So then Hermes suddenly uploaded a shocking video. It has like 40,000 plus views, and it was titled, "Is my video quality okay? Why are people dropping?" 46 likes, only 46 viewers. So after that, Hermes uploaded a video titled Jerry Big Mouth or something like that. And Hermes was really aggressive. At that point of time, Jerry wasn't even talking about Hermes Gasparini, and still Hermes was like really furious in that video. That was kind of funny. Somebody commented that it is good to see Hermes and Devon team up against Jerry Cadret. And I remember. He was like, he only talk and do nothing. He's loud mouth. I will shut him. I will break him. That was a really aggressive, furious Hermes Gasparini. So good. As soon as I said, why are people dropping? 9 people joined. That's good. Pradeep, my buddy, good morning or night. It's almost 8:41 p.m. 8:40 p.m. So Hermes gonna throw a whooping on Jerry. Talpul Hutchins. So Terence, invite my friend. I invite you to India, or Jerry invite you to USA? Like, what were you trying to say here? Response to Jerry Big Mouth. Yeah, that was the video. That was amazing. Like, this was the second most aggressive Hermes Gasparini that I have seen off the table. First one was against Zaur Pezulaya. When he was talking about Zaur, it looked like genuine hate from him. Like, it was seriously, he was really mad at Zaur for whatever reason. Zaur didn't say anything about him, or maybe he did. I missed something. But Hermes was like, he was ready to kill Zaur Pezulayev. And that was the response to Jerry Big Mouth, was the second most what was the word that I was trying to say? Aggressive. Second most aggressive Hermes that I'd ever seen. Hey, my friend, can we finally use the King of the Table 6 footage? No, bro, I'm nobody to tell you about this. I don't know. I don't know. So I saw some of the YouTube channels, they kind of recorded their videos and they waited for King of the Table to post them on Larry's channel and on Matt Rhodes' sport channel. And then after that, now they have uploaded the videos about talking about that match where they use some of the clips. So maybe it is okay, but just make sure you add something, yeah, like your voice and your reaction or something like that. I don't really understand the YouTubing part when we're not really doing anything. You're just posting the clips. I don't think that is a long-term successful way to run your YouTube channel. Isn't the match cancelled? Nope. Eureka, absolutely not cancelled. It is only postponed to July. It will happen on July 22nd at East versus West 8. Best of 5 round super match. All right. So what are the other points that we should discuss? Now let's try to find some common opponents or practice pulls, something like that. So Dave Chaffey is the common opponent. Jerry didn't face Dave recently, but Hermes was talking about you cannot even beat Dave Chaffey. Like, what are you talking about? Dave always destroys you. He beats you so easily. I kind of, you invite me to India. Okay, Terence. Yeah, yeah. I kind of will think about that. I'm not sure. Okay, right. So I kind of disagree with this statement. Why? Because Dave Chaffee, when he beat Jerry Cadret, was all hook arm wrestler. He was all hook. Now he runs away from everyone's hook. For whatever reason, elbow injuries, I don't know. He runs away from everyone's hook. Artem Morozov, he beat Artem in that one round in a hook. It was a long hook war near the pad. Artem got the stop, but then he got pinned. That was Dave being forced in a hook by Artem. Yes, he won, but he was forced in a hook. He was trying to top roll and he couldn't. Dave, when was the last time you saw Dave voluntarily go in a hook? 2018 against Krasimir Kostadinov. Since then, we have never seen. And before that, I think even before that, for almost 1 or 2 years, we never saw Dave Chaffee hook. And after that, since like 5 years, almost 5 years now, we haven't seen Dave Chaffee hook. And I'm not sure if this top rolling version of Dave Chaffee can finish Jerry Cadret. Trust me, if this match happens, Jerry versus Dave Chaffee, now I'm going to put my money on, like, I will be confident enough to bet on Jerry in this match. I don't know why everyone keeps on saying, even now, that even Devon says that he thinks that Dave will beat Jerry because Dave has never lost to. Like, how can you compare these two things? Hook arm wrestler Dave Chaffee versus top roller Dave Chaffee. It is almost the same as the Turkish guy. I forgot his name. Farid Osmanli. Farid Osmanli was a deadly hook arm wrestler, and now he's all top roll. So how can you compare those matches if Farid beat someone in a hook? He forced him in a hook 10 years ago, and he beat him, and now Farid is a top roller. So now you're saying that he will still beat him just because he beat him like 5-6 years ago in a hook. I don't understand this part. I just cannot see how Dave Chaffee can beat Jerry Cadret right now. Does Dave? Yeah, for now Dave Chaffee has a press, but I don't think he will be effective enough to like immediately stand up and finish him. And for sure he will get gassed out against Jerry because Jerry has one of the best endurance out there. Many think Ermes will win. Yeah, 84%. It would still have been around 60%, I guess, at least even before the Levan match. But now everyone thinks that he's going to win. So I don't have my Zoom screen on top of the screen. So I think Alex Kurdecha will join in about 10 minutes from now. So please, as soon as he joins, please remind me in the chat that Alex is there because I won't be able to see him. Or maybe I should already plug in my earphones. You don't now. I guess you don't need to remind me. All right. Sandris was wearing Pakistan cricket jersey on last live stream. Which live stream? Live stream with who? That was interesting. Stephen Bissett. And where would he get the Pakistan cricket jersey? Like, that seems unbelievable. Jerry is like the monkey wrench of arm wrestling world. He can ruin almost everyone's day with his style. You never know. Yeah, it's possible. What is monkey wrench? Is it a MMA move? Is it a MMA move or something? Let me send Alex Kurdecha the link. Engin is the only Turkish guy. Yeah. He's the most famous one by far the most famous there has ever been, and probably there is ever going to be in the future as well for a long time. So for now, Dave Chaffee match, I don't think it is a good comparison because Hermes also beat Dave Chaffee like very near to the pad. Yes, it was a 3-0 win, and towards the end it was kind of dominant. But even in the third round, Dave took Hermes almost an inch to the from the pad. So it wasn't a complete old term. Okay, so it wasn't a complete domination from Hermes Gasparini, and I think Dave will and Jerry will also beat Dave right now. Vitaly Laletin. Jerry has never pulled against Vitaly, but he felt confident. Everyone started messaging Jerry as soon as they saw Dave Chaffee's flop press work against Vitaly Laletin. The interesting thing, the difference between between Hermes Gasparini's flop press against Levan and Dave's flop press against Vitaly is that in the final rounds, Dave was able to initiate a flop press directly, which Jerry also does. If Dave also did the flop press against Vitaly in the same way as Hermes did against Levan, with just holding him with back pressure and then going with the flop press, then it is not going to work for Jerry. But we saw that going straight to the press, although Hermes was really tired by then, but going straight to the press can also work against Vitaly Laletin. So that can be close. That can be real. Do you take steroids? No. Do I look like I take steroids? No. So normal smooth expected operation. Okay, I got it. Takes all the steroids. So that can also be interesting. Both I think Hermes versus Vitaly is not interesting right now. Hermes takes that match easy in my opinion, and Dave versus Jerry versus Vitaly, that can be an interesting match. That's a good match for sure because Vitaly cannot finish. I don't think he can just finish Jerry without a press, and I've never seen Vitaly press. So that's interesting. Yes, Pradeep takes a low. Okay, that's another interesting comparison. Gennady Quickvinia. So both of them beat Gennady, but Hermes Gasparini was way more dominant. People are saying that that was just a comeback Gennady because he didn't compete since 2018 and then he just made a comeback and Hermes Gasparini beat him 4 pins to 2. So first 4 wins were dominant from Hermes, then he kind of injured something in his shoulder or lost his motivation or both, and then he tried to hold him just with his wrist. He was not applying any side pressure, but just with his wrist he was able to hold Gennady for a very long time, and then Gennady finally beat him in the next 2 rounds. He laid down in the final round. Pradeep, sorry I butchered your name. Did you comment on MMT situation already? This situation? I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember. I think I did comment about his surgery, but what situation are you exactly talking about? Michael just uploaded a video. Maybe I'll do a video about him later on. I hear there is a Latvian version of movie 3 Idiots coming soon. I don't know, man. Hopefully. Dennis, number 2 in King of the Table 9. Possible. What do you think is the strongest? No, King of the Table 9. Yeah, this one was 6th. Yeah, 9 definitely possible. Dennis, number 2. What do you think about the strongest version of Devon? We'll talk about Devon in some other live stream, brother. Sorry. So Gennady Quickvinia. Jerry beat Gennady 4 pins to 2, 3 to 2, and Hermes beat him 4-2. But Hermes Gasparini's win was way more dominant. And people are saying that Jerry faced a way more stronger and prepared version of Gennady. That's true. But Hermes was also like 121-22 kilos when he faced Gennady. That would be my guess. Maybe a little bit more. But he has gained almost 10 kilos since then. And he's growing really fast. So I would say if we compare how much Gennady improved since then and how much Hermes has improved since then, I would say Hermes improved more. Pradeep versus Ryan Bowen. Of course, Ryan will win, brother. Prudnik versus Morozov. That match already happened. Like, why are we talking about this once again? All right. So now let's talk about stopping Levan and stopping Levan in a press. Can Jerry also do what Hermes Gasparini did it? When Paul Italia talked about this topic, Jerry was saying he always talks about like keyboard warriors and something. So let's talk with Alex now. I think we will discuss this match with Alex, then we'll end this live stream, and after that we will. Hello, brother. How are you doing?
Hey Pradeep, nice to see you. Nice to see everybody who watching us now.
Please welcome the polished giant, one of the biggest guys that has ever been in this live. If I never invited Corey West on my channel, then you would have been the biggest guy. Right. So, brother, the big question that I'll ask you to answer this one in detail when we start recording the interview after this live. But for now, where have you been?
Like for now, the last event where I want to be was postponed because it should be last East versus West. We have like some agreement that we with Morozov should have left-handed match, but it was postponed at least till summer. During that, Artem wants to take some pause. I understand him absolutely because he has a lot of matches before, and that's why I also take the pause. And it's like just a stop before the storm, guys. So it's not like I'm go somewhere and fishing and do nothing, but all the time will be for preparation because victory is love preparation.
Yeah. So, brother, let's talk about this match for now. Hermes Gasparini versus Jerry Cadret going to happen at East versus West 8. You have pulled Hermes, you have beaten him. You have not. I don't think you have ever gripped up with Jerry. But what are your predictions about this match? How do you see it going?
You know, if I would say about the shape which Hermes shown in the fight with Levan, I think in that day he was really good in all sides. So he was not just strong on wrist or fingers, which is usually his like main weapon, but he was also able to open something new for himself. I think it was like even surprise for himself because even side and back pressure was enough good. Some control on weird position was also good enough. And I think that I will put Hermes like a favorite. If I base the previous matches of Jerry and Hermes, so I will put the Hermes like a slight favorite. But of course, Jerry, it's absolutely phenomenal beast. Because of style, he pull with like flat wrist and he able also to grab opponent in weird position where like usually no one can hold a lot of time some guys in that position, but he is able to do. And I think it's also about level of motivation of Jerry, because you know, if you have the special match, you always trying to be special on that day. So if you put some red date on your calendar and you are really motivated, so you will be the best of yourself. That's why I think that Jerry also can be very good in that day because it will be like the king of East versus West, the main title. Yeah, it's between Jerry and between Hermes because they now share it according to information from Ingin, and absolutely every one of them wants to have this title, so it will be the greatest motivation.
Yeah. Hermes is really confident because he's saying that once he has taken the wrist of his opponent, he has never lost a super match or any match ever. Like if he gets control, he never loses. So that's why he's saying he believes that Jerry, yes, Jerry arm wrestles like this very good, but he believes even Jerry is not strong enough to beat him if he has taken his wrist. My question to you will be, can Hermes hold Jerry in this position near the pad? We have seen that Michael Todd was able to do that previously, and other than that, maybe only John Brezink did that in a UL super match. He was able to hold Jerry near the pad, but still Jerry beat him in that super match. He beat John Brezink. So probably Michael is the only person who has been able to hold Jerry in this position. What do you think? Does Hermes have what it takes to hold Jerry near the pad, or will he have to dominate from the center?
So if we will analyze the previous matches, if you also watch it, I know that you watched the match Hermes versus Dave. The starting first round was not like Hermes goes to his pad. It was like Dave goes a little bit here, like back of the center and goes somewhere here. And after that, Hermes hold him and start to climb back and come back. With Levan, it was almost the same but with open wrist, but also it was the position with open angle, big angle, and it means that he has some special power there. And also, if he will be controlling the wrist, he will be able to go outside like this. So from this center of the table, it will be uncomfortable to go strictly down by triceps for Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry also very clever and very smart, and he knows about that. So he will be probably for Jerry the main key. It's going to the straps immediately, and after that, with the straps goes immediately down, going to the triceps to not give this possibility to Hermes control the wrist too much and control the center. For Hermes, of course, it will be a lot of options to go from the starting position by wrist, by sides, and by back. But if something will go not according to the Hermes plan, he's also, I believe, will be able to go outside, even in the open angle, like something like open top row looks like.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing that Jerry was talking about when he watched Hermes versus Dave Chaffey is that Jerry was saying if Dave is able to hold Hermes in this position, in flop rest position, then I will also I will do that easily and beat Hermes. My question to you is, how do you see the, like, what is the difference between going straight to the flop press and trying to hold your opponent with a top roll? Like Dave did not go straight to the flop press, and some people are saying if Dave tried to go straight into that move, then Hermes would have beaten him easily. Then because then Dave went for the top roll, and when he took him here, then he switched to the flop press. So the difference is, like, when you are not as strong as you are right now, you were facing opponents in Ongarbayev and Krasimir who try to beat you with a flop press. So
Yeah.
what would be the match, like how would the match look like if they straight away went for the flop press and not try to hold you like this position first?
You know, it's really beautiful questions because, like, you know, guys, always remember that, for example, Hermes have some plan for preparation for Dave, and it will be absolutely another plan of action, exercise, and preparation for Jerry. Because if you know strong sides of your opponent, you trying to avoid strong sides and use your like power in the main role. But even it looks like, for example, with Dave, it was like if Dave trying to go immediately down with the flop press, it will be enough. But you know, I'm not sure, because sometimes when you plan to do this and your opponent will be too fast and going with your wrist and even don't let you go to the flop wrist, but keep you like this, but keep you with this position of the wrist and do his plan, you will be just not able to do this. Like this, what actually Michael trying to do with Jerry, this actually some kind of guys also trying to do with Jerry, to not give him possible to use his all 100% of his power in his favorite move. And you know, Dave is very, very good actually in the hand control and about the side power. It's a Dave, I believe, one of the main key, and that's why Hermes don't go immediately to the side. That's why he was struggling on the center position, even give some center. And when Dave was in the open angle, it was like possibility to Hermes to grab him, regrip him, climb, and take the hand back. So the answer, guys, it depends how strictly athlete will be prepared for his opponent. So it means that Hermes preparation versus Dave can be absolutely another than Hermes preparation versus Jerry, especially Jerry, because Jerry is a very special guy about his style, and everyone who wants to pull with him already know what will be and have some plans, but Jerry just go into the table and do his favorite move. So you need to have the plan, the technique, and also the power. Without power, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Looks like you are, for now, you're slightly favoring Ermes Gasparini in that match against Jerry.
Yes, agree, like I said at the beginning, so yeah.
Yeah. Abhirup is saying hello, Pride and Prejudice. Golden Dragon Kamil Jablonski is saying hello, Alex.
Hello, Camille. Cześć.
Yeah. So, guys, I think that's about it for this. Thanks for joining. And then I'll end this live stream now, and then we'll record a full interview with Alex. That will be somewhere around 30 to 45 minutes, I guess. So, thanks for joining, everyone. And do you have anything to say to the viewers, Alex? First time you have been on Armwrestling News. First of all,
thank you very much for inviting me to your stream. Thank you all guys who watch and support Armwrestling, who love Armwrestling like we are. Keep going, be healthy, be strong, and be happy. See you soon.